breadth first search is conservative, that it says okay, I have already generated some nodes earlier, let me look at them first, then I will go to the new nodes that are generated. So, the fifth node here is the first new node at level 3 that it sees, then it will go to 6 and then it will go to 7 and so on. In that manner, it will go down the search tree level by level, and its behavior is as illustrated in the state space on the left, where we are shown the order in which the nodes are inspected. And as you can see, this is in direct contrast to how depth first search space looks. It goes down till it hits the boundary or the edge of the state space, then backtracks and keeps trying the newest children first essentially. So, these are the two search algorithms, and this is how their behavior is different. This difference is achieved simply by where do you add the new nodes to the open list essentially. If you add it at the head or the front, then it behaves like a stack and it always rushes down into the search tree or dives down into the search tree. If you add it at the tail or make it a queue, then it goes systematically farther and farther away. It tries to in some sense stay as close as possible to the start node essentially, whereas depth first search tries to be as far as possible from the start node essentially. And we will see that this property will result in breadth first search always finding the shortest paths essentially, and depth first search will not be do that. So, here is an example of a small search space. So, I hope you are familiar with this notation by now. On the left hand side we have the state space and we have the moves, all the moves are reversible. If you go from S to B, you can always go back from B to S, and likewise. So, S is the start node and G is the goal node. That is the tradition that we will follow just for the sake of agreement, so that our discussions are clear. On the right hand side is the move gen function that we have. So, from S you can go to ABD, from A you can go to CBS and so on and so forth. We have also said as to what will the goal test function do. The goal test function returns true only for the node G, and for all the other nodes S, A, B, C, D, it will return false essentially. So, we have said that our search algorithm is generate and test, generate a candidate, test whether it is a goal or not essentially. So, it terminates when it finds a goal node. So, we had looked at 3 cases of writing this search algorithm. So, let us look at them individually. The last case we saw was when only new nodes are added to open, which means that remove scene function that we had written removes nodes which are already on close and already on open, and they are not added again. In this example, both depth first search and breadth first search explore the same search tree. The order of exploration is different essentially. So, what is happening here? If you just draw it again fresh, you start with S, then you generate the children of S. In which order do you generate the children? The order as given by the move gen function D. So, in the first step both will generate the children of S, and in the first step both depth first and breadth first would pick up A next. They will pick up A. So, we have finished with S, then we pick up A and we generate the child C of A. Both will generate the child C of A, but depth first search will go to C now because of its strategy of picking the newest nodes first. Breadth first search will go to B at this stage essentially, right. So, this is let me write the notation third node for depth first search, and this is the third node for breadth first search. Anyway, so depth first search will look at C, and then there are no children of C, no new children of C. C has children as you can see here B and A, but B is already on open and A is already on closed. So, no new children of C are added. So, depth first search will finish looking at C and then backtrack, and the next node that is there in the open is B essentially, and then it will look at B. B also will have no new children because all its children which are S, A and C are either on open or closed. So, it will backtrack from B and go back to D and then generate G after that. that is depth first search. What does breadth first search do? It starts with S, goes to A, then it goes to B, because that is its nature, then it goes to D. By the time it has inspected D, they have both generated G, but both of them will inspect C before G, because that is always ahead in the open list, essentially, whether it is a queue or a stack, essentially. So, both will generate the same search tree, but they will explore it in a different order, and I would encourage you to do this whole simulation yourself. That was case 1, when only the new nodes are added to open. One case that we looked at was that if a node is on closed, then you do not add it to open, but if a node is on open, then you are allowed to add it to open. And in this case, and we have seen this kind of these cases earlier, except that now we have the added restriction that we always pick the new node from the head of open, and the two search algorithms put new nodes at different parts in the open. So, as you can imagine, first depth first search picks S, it generates the 3 children A, B, C, A, B, D, then it picks A. What are the A's children? A's neighbors are S, B and C. S is on closed, so it does not add, it generate S as a child of open. B is on open already, but we are only pruning nodes which are in closed. So, B is now here added as a child of A. So, because we are not pruning nodes which are on open, the search tree that will be generated, and I will encourage you to verify this yourself, is the one as shown on the left. Likewise, breadth first search will also start with S, then it will go to A, generate the children, again only it will keep C and B, then it will go to B. Now, when depth first search inspected B, at that point it had already added C to closed, but when breadth first search inspects B for the first time. So, this is the first time when breadth first search inspects B, essentially. This is the first time when node B is inspected by depth first search. So, when depth first search inspects B, it has already put C onto close. So, it does not generate any children, but when breadth first search inspects B for the first time, C has been generated, but not on open. But not on closed, means it has not been seen, it has been generated, but we are allowing that, and therefore, this new C is can be added to the search. So, what we are trying to see here is study as to how different variations of our search algorithm, what is the search tree that they generate, and in what order do they inspect the search tree. So, the case 3, which is where we add the most number of nodes, all new nodes are added, which means the remove scene function is not even called, essentially. Anything which is generated as a child of a node is added to open. Where is it added? That depends on whether it is depth first search or breadth first search. So, because we have this unrestricted addition of nodes to open, as you can see, depth first search will go into an infinite loop. It generates A, B, D initially, that both the searches do. It picks A, it generates children of A, which is CBS. So, it adds all the children, essentially, including S, even though S is already on closed. So, remember this is on closed, this is on closed, but it adds everything. So, then as a child, as the children of A, it will add CBS, then it will go to C. C has got 2 children, B and A, it will add both of them, and you can see that it is next going to go to S, because it is allowed to add S to open, and this essentially means it started with S, went to A, went to C, went to B, and is gone back to S. So, it is gone into a loop, and it will just keep doing this all over again. So, that is one of the reasons why we had introduced the fact that you want to check nodes which are unclosed, so that it does not go into loops. That was the primary purpose of adding the closed list to the algorithm. So, depth first search, as you can see, even in this small graph, it has got just 6 nodes, is not able to find a path to the goal, unless you explicitly avoid loops essentially. If you avoid loops and do not put nodes which are enclosed, then you can see that this S will not be added to open, and then it will have to shift its attention to, in fact, not only S, this A also will not be added, and this C also will not be added, because by then it has seen all of them. So, it will, even this A will not be added, because it is already unclosed by the time. So, you can go through this, that if you are pruning closed, it will find the path, and we had seen this earlier as well. What about breadth first search? Breadth first search, as you can see, grows breadth wise. No, we said it grows level by level and things like that. So, breadth first search also generates its 3 children A, B and D, and it inspects them in that particular order. It first inspects A, then it inspects B, and then it inspects D. This is also not constrained, it is allowed to add all neighbors to open list. So, that is what happened when it generates, when it inspects A, it adds C, B and S to open, that is allowed. Then it goes and inspects B, it adds S, A and C to open. Then it inspects D and it adds G to open, but it will not inspect G now. After this, so what is the order? This is the first node it will see, this is the second node, this is the third node, this is the fourth node. Then it will go and inspect C, because that is the order of breadth first search, level by level, finish the first level first, then the second level, then the third level. So, it will do 5, then it will do 6, all the time it will keep adding these new children here 7, but when it comes to this 9, 10, 11, and on the 11th turn it would have found the goal node. That is a property of the fact that it is not impetuous like depth first search, it does not dive into the search tree that it is generating. It says let me finish all the nodes that I have generated first level by level, and it finds a path to the goal node. So, that is an advantage of breadth first search over depth first search essentially. So, we will do this analysis in a little bit more detail in the next